Limassol, Cyprus housing market. Why is a great choice for investment near Limassol Marina? Limassol is the most active coastal city in Cyprus at the moment. Almost all foreign buyers pay attention to Limassol. It is convenient to do business, raise children, enjoy the sea and clean air, go out into nature, and lead a cultural, sports and party life. Limassol is a great choice for those who decide to invest in Cyprus property. Housing here shows a stable growth in value, and is also in demand among tenants. It is famous for several of its features at once. There is the sea, as well as beaches and access to the most beautiful Cypriot mountains. Large scope for business, both small and international. Multinationality, a lot of Russian-speaking people, immigrants from the Middle East and the European Union. Properties for sale are in excellent condition, with good facilities, and have been refurbished or redecorated within the last 5 years. Has everything to be called a real resort town. The city of Limassol has direct access to the main highway network through an existing 4-lane road. The location is only 40 minutes from Larnaca Airport, 30 minutes from Paphos Airport. The accessibility of city minimizes unwanted traffic congestion. Limassol Marina is the largest marina of Cyprus. Limassol port is also the largest and most important in Cyprus. Finally, in Limassol you can find the major real estate agents and layers. Estate agents will help you to make the correct property investment if you want to purchase a house, apartment, or villa in Limassol area. The pandemic is the most important event that affected demand and pricing in the Limassol property sector. After a major pause the last 2 years due to the pandemic, Cyprus' housing market is now showing signs of recovery. Low interest rates, coupled with government relief measures, are currently driving property demand and construction activity. The pandemic has made new adjustments to the development of the real estate sector around the world. What is happening in Limassol now? Let's try to get the big picture. The second event is the suspension of the Passport by Investment program. From November 1, 2020, the program has been suspended. And although you can't get a passport by buying real estate now, you can always participate in a program for obtaining permanent residence. To do this, you need to purchase one or more housing units with a total cost of €300,000. Both the pandemic and the cancellation of the Golden Passports program in 2020 hit the elite real estate sector the most. First of all, new buildings. Compared to 2019, the decline was almost half of both the number of transactions and their total value. At the same time, the housing market of the economy and middle class has lost only a third. What is interesting is that the first quarter of 2022 showed that Limassol could return to its former life. Moreover, some pre-pandemic records have already been broken. A great demand is observed even in the field of elite primary real estate. If earlier investors from Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, China and the Middle East were interested in the area of Limassol, now European millionaires have joined them. All this gives rise to great hope and makes it possible to assume, in the current year, prices for new buildings are creeping up. Therefore, right now, you will be able to make the most profitable investment in real estate in Limassol. Prices are rising. Is it profitable to buy now? Now is one of the best times to invest or buy to move in. The thing is that Limassol shows an insignificant increase in prices because of a price jump in the European market. However, this is just a delay. Limassol real estate prices are expected to catch up with Spanish, British, Portuguese, etc., and this will be a tangible rise. Of course, one can argue that prices for new buildings have already risen by 15 to 20% due to the rise in prices for building materials. An essential point is that the rise in prices for new buildings has occurred all over the world. Some countries show price increases as much as 30%. Therefore, buying a new home in Limassol is still a profitable investment. A second essential point is that the rise in prices due to the rise in prices for building materials practically does not apply to new buildings that are about to be commissioned. A third argument in favor of Limassol is that the European Central Bank keeps mortgage rates low. And now the average percentage on the island is about 2%, which is low compared to other European countries. You can invest in absolutely any real estate sector in Limassol. Here, both short-term and long-term rentals will give a good income, up to 10% per annum. Both residential and office spaces are very popular. At the moment, the primary real estate market in Limassol is the largest in the whole of Cyprus. There are a lot of new buildings of various classes and calibers. A selection of new buildings in Cyprus are to be commissioned in 2022. Europe's largest integrated casino resort is scheduled to open in autumn 2022. The €550 million casino complex will feature a 14-story, 5-star hotel with more than 500 luxury guest rooms and suites, approximately 10,000 square meters of space, an outdoor amphitheater, a family adventure park, and a variety of fine dining outlets and luxury retail. Its interior design will be based international luxury standards, specifically customized for the Limassol, while the exterior design will feature distinct Mediterranean influences. A world-class development, a landmark for Limassol but also for the wider region, the integrated resort is expected to enrich Limassol and Cyprus' tourism product, attracting an additional 300,000 tourists annually and significantly contributing to counter-seasonality, a major challenge for the Limassol tourism industry, and establishing the island as a year-round all-season destination. Cyprus casinos are now operating a temporary facility in Limassol. Now let us see what the market for new buildings in Cyprus is like. In Limassol you can find some of the most recognizable, tall and beautiful luxury complexes in Cyprus and Mediterranean. Located on the coast, solve many tasks at once, an excellent overview and truly breathtaking sea view and also the availability of all facilities. Calm and at the same time comfortable, suitable for both life and relaxation. Modern architecture with several swimming pools, spa areas, parking, restaurants and concierge services are not the only ones available to future residents of each complex. Other amenities are also envisaged, from a well-maintained adjoining area to management and cleaning services. A lot of residents offers bespoke luxury living with private access to the sandy beach. Limassol continues to be encouraged to buy expensive properties. The remaining months of 2022 are the best time to buy. Of course, it is difficult to indicate several areas of Limassol to invest. The historic center of Limassol is the central part of Limassol along the sea. The Mallows Promenade and several beaches is called the Old Town, or the historic center. This is the very heart of Limassol, with narrow streets, old buildings and new buildings on the first line. For more details about Limassol city center please watch my previous video. A huge plus of the Old Town of Limassol is the variety of investment projects. Here is a small selection of what can be found in the area. Elite apartments and new buildings on the first line, mostly near the Marina. Residential houses and luxury apartments in renovated historic buildings. Boutique hotels for renovation. New and resale commercial properties. Commercial real estate in luxury gated complexes. Residential buildings for reconstruction. Neapolis area located next to the historic center is perfect for investment. Located a bit far from the old town, but has the most developed infrastructure. There are wide roads and spacious transport interchanges. From Neapolis it is quite easy to get to any other area of Limassol. All daily life is also concentrated there, cafes and restaurants, banks, schools and kindergartens, clinics, offices. But there is also plenty of entertainment facilities. And the most interesting thing is that there is a lot of real estate for every taste and budget. There are commercial and residential properties. There are new buildings and secondary housing, and there is cheap, comfort, business and elite class. You can invest in anything. The area is lively, it is convenient to live, relax, and work here. Other coastal areas of Limassol, where you can find luxury apartments in a high-rise under construction, are Ajos Titanas, Potamus Germas Oyas and Pigos. Thank you for watching the video. If you watch all my lectures, you may be able to start investing in rental properties a little quicker. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell to get alerts when a new video is posted. Please write your comments, questions, or concerns you would like to share.